technical issue there. Not sure what happened. Right, so now you can see the tables. Wonderful. We're starting the stream on a pretty sweet note. Note. So, new client update came out, and I, when testing it out, won a buy-in. Just won a buy-in that I couldn't show you. Technically it was on stream, but the table wasn't showing. And it looks like we have a very, very active player to our left here. And it's gonna be hard because we're gonna be out of position against him. With the pair and the open ender, I'm still gonna call against this guy. Queen on a 6, okay. Yeah, that dude is looking fun. So, hang on. So a new update was released for RunItOnce today. And it now features resizable tables, which everybody has been waiting for. Unfortunately, it throws me for a wobbler a little bit, because the way it's being done is that it automatically resizes your tables if you click here on, you know, tile, which I shall not do, because then it's gonna resize them to fit the screen. And that just wreaks havoc with my streaming setup right now. It's not a huge deal, but a little bit annoying, but I'm sure there will be a fix for that. Or a change that will make it easier for streamers in order to use that function again in the future. It's a good question. Oh, he did have that 5, okay. I suspect this guy is on more than one table, which is why I called here. He might also get a pink shirt pretty soon. Bit nicer. Giving us top 2 and a gutter backdoor flush draw. All that jazz. Just played a decent one as well. Yeah, so for the time being I have to... hang on. I have to manually place the tables, which means that they're not going to be perfectly aligned. So they might jump around a little bit when I switch tables, when I switch scenes. Is it a set of 8s? Yeah. Which, unfortunately, most likely. He checks that river. But on the turn 3 pair, I couldn't quite bring myself to fold it. Maybe I should have, because it was. But on the other hand, putting somebody on an exact hand in PLO is kind of a fool's errand. But yeah, for now the tables will jump around when I switch scenes for the foreseeable future. Can't really be changed, unfortunately. That is can also be not changed, and this is unfortunate. They need to fold here. Make 2 pair and a blocker. Very likely gonna call down on table 3. Off the bar! Welcome back. Good to see you. Yeah, generally speaking, this is huge. Just for me, it's annoying right now with the resizable tables. Went for a small value. Please don't lose it against the king queen. We don't, and we are good. Thanks, off the bar. Everything is just peachy. Cannot complain. Although I am eager to have the new emotes in the channel. Looks like that's gonna take a while longer than I had hoped for. How's everything with you? I hope everything is on the up and up. Right, so... That's a very decent question. Yeah, I could go for a bluff when he checks the spades, but I'm not gonna. I think actually I should have folded up another turn. Initially when I had raised Pre-flop, I thought I had a rundown. I didn't notice I had a pair of 8s in my hand, to be brutally honest there. Thanks a lot for the good lucks off the bar. Can certainly use some good luck. So far so good, even though we lost that buy and back, we are still up most of one. Gentleman takes it down with what? Okay. Tables seem to be good right now. That's also not bad. That's the open-ender. Backdoor flush draw on a rainbow board. And a pair of really nice blockers too. Actually more of a wrap than an open-ender. So would be interested in calling down once more. A little showdown value. Let's try to get out a soul ace or kings. Like an ace-king type of deal. And that's exactly what he had, exactly the type of hand I was targeting. Unfortunately, he couldn't bring himself to fold it. Der Alte in the channel as well. The young... Good to see you there, Alter. If it's just a quick pop-in, you might not hear the question, but how was the theater yesterday? Hope you had a good time. Open-ender, 2 backdoor flushes here in table 2. I think with the backdoor flushes I'm gonna take one off. Might be ill-advised. That gives us a open-ender plus a gutter. The reason why I'm mmming is because I suspect he's gonna bet large once more. It's a great table, just a horrible seat. I would love to sit over here. We might actually be getting the prize here. Ugh, very unsatisfying run out. What are we up against? Oh, he flopped a straight and was blocking a bunch of our outs. Okay. Right, the home games. It's not Friday today, right? No, Thursday. For a moment I was scared. Alright, let's tone it down with the light calling. And wait for better spots, especially on this table. Such we're gonna let this one go. Flop 2 pair and a gutter. Against this guy we are just gonna check for now. Here flop a pair, open ender. Not folding those 2 pair. Make a straight. We can get some money back here. Start building a stack again. Still trying to survive work after a long summer holiday. Oh, it's back to business for you, huh? Yeah, that's not a transition I envy you for. Having to go back to work after a long holiday, always annoying. Yeah, so if we would be able to resize the table here, as you can see by the icon changing. I'm not gonna, because right now there's no button to return to default sizes. This one we need to let go. Probably go for the raise fold. Maybe a little bit more interesting than just calling in the small blind. Unfortunate. Giving us a nice wrap, but on a paired flush board. Not interested in continuing here. Let's check that one out. The ace 8, 6, 6. And that's perfectly fine. That's the exact way it should be played, seen from a solver's perspective at least. This is a fun table. This guy has the best seat in the house right now. I have seat envy. It was a good time at the theater, well, I'm happy to hear that. Can be hit and miss. Danish auto close. Book many games have analyzed red and height ends. Oh! Alright, so you knew what you were getting into. Happy to hear you like the interpretation of it. That's annoying, but closing the action here, I think we're just justifiable to be calling with the extra money in there. We block, or not we block, but we have nice coverage on low, medium boards. Don't flop anything of that sort though. Yeah, good to hear you had a good time at the theater. Down to heads up here, this shall not stand. But 45 minutes until the splashy hours kick off. I suspect we will be spoiled for choice when it comes to tables pretty soon. I don't know how much raising a 6 does here, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Alright. Well, we do make that straight. In the meanwhile, we have a 150 splash here. Let's see if we can battle for it. Probably gonna call down if he bets. We have the best hand quite a lot. No joy with the flopping right now. Also, most spots I haven't can't say I'm particularly happy with how he played so far for the beginning of the session. I think we might be approaching breaking even instead of being up 2 binds earlier. Are we down? It's possible. I think we're actually down a little bit. Oh well. Can't blame anybody but myself. Get raised here. Okay. Not folding, and in fact I'm in half mind to come out the top. I have a strong suspicion that we have the same players on all tables and that they are pretty aggressive. This is a pretty horrible card. Horrible card confirmed. Yeah, that's true, Adelt, and I think it was the same guy that just did it to me again on another table. And I just couldn't quite bring myself to do it, to pull the trigger and call. But I have a feeling you're right. Pretty strong feeling, actually. Nuclear Smurf! Welcome back to the fray. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you very much for the good lucks. Dan Rickson! Yeah, I had to skip the late shift. I got tired all over a sudden. And didn't feel I could play well anymore. So I think yesterday officially ended down 1 buy-in. Which is fine. I think I was up for most of the session. I had an insane run, I think you saw. And losing those buy-ins was partly just the way it was, and partly I squandered some winnings, I believe. So in part self-inflicted, at the very least. Guy's now sitting out. That was suited hand, we're not folding here. One of the nicer flops we've seen in a while. Hopefully. Filling us up and putting a flush out there. One crazy dude left. Which is unfortunate. Called. Hope he's not calling down with aces. That would be pretty bad, naturally. Get quickly called, and we are good. Nice. Get seated at a third table. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's aggressive. Let's go for it for 1 buy-in. I'm curious to see what he shows up with. So far, so good. Gets there in the end, though. Was he there the whole time? He actually was. He had 2 pair. Get the 3s again. We're here. Yeah, super active player. I think we have a decent chance of getting some money back. But I'm not gonna play heads up on 3 tables. That's asking a bit much. Der Alte, it's a good question. I don't quite know the answer. Maybe. It's definitely not unlikely that I'm too tired, too worried in these spots, too nitty, basically. I can't blame the dealer there. Noted. What's happening here? I like what's happening here, however. Take it down. Under 6, 10, 10. Oh, it was actually 10, 6, 6, which makes a little bit of a difference since, generally speaking, there should be more 10s than 6s out there. So it was a 10, 6, 6 board. Oh, check calling. That's... No, sorry, I misunderstood the question earlier. I didn't quite realize what the question was, to be exact. Check calling. Maybe, yeah, yeah. Oh, it looks like we'll be playing some heads up, huh? Maybe we shouldn't be doing too much folding. And be careful with our raises a little bit as well. Way less than in non-heads up spots, but still. Pair, we have no backdoors. We'll let this go. €3 splash, huh? Decided to limp here as well. Could very well raise this, and I would on most other tables, but just against a guy who's so aggressive. Do Make a flush draw. Also a gutter. Took down table 1, I believe. One of the better hands we've seen. King, king, 8-7 double. Not a bad board for it either. Yeah, Shazam followed by, unfortunately, a little bit too loose of a call, I suspect. Although against player like it's hard to say. I have I don't quite have a feel for it. Playing heads up against players like these, what constitutes bad and good calls. Also know that I'm way under raising my button. Was machst du denn hier, Peter? Hang on. Los, raus. That's not a bad turn. Doesn't get us anywhere. We do make a pair. Yeah, it was being pretty snug with aces. Queen of Diamonds! Thank you very much for the good lucks. And good luck on your journey to try to get streamer level 2. Best of luck. I'll throw you a host if I can. To help out with that. So do you plan on streaming a lot then? Because I think you might have to, right? In order to get the viewing hours. I definitely need to. Are you gonna do it full time for a month or two, or what's the plan? I'm curious. Could probably just check here, actually. Good pot. Right, so 2 pair here. Sorry, here. Take it down with the kings. Fill up. It's pretty nice. Gonna go with a check raise here for a change, show some aggression. If he calls or raises, of course, we're done. Checking now. Oh, we make queen 10. Don't beat any ace, but we beat all queens. Hey, still good, huh? Wow. The points, yeah, they're still... I mean, no points are being earned anymore, but I guess I haven't taken them down. Welcome back, Richie. Good to see you on the channel, my friend. How has the streaming treated you the last couple of days, weeks? What?
Can't be a club here.
Richie Rob with a 3-month sub. Thank you very much, Richie. Cheers. Hang on. We'll stick on a call with the top pair in the open ender. Make the trips. That is not the greatest turn. Have you heard, Richie Rob? Oh no, never mind. The news is not... I was gonna say resizable tables have come to RunItOnce, but you don't play RunItOnce. You don't play cash games on the streams. Does he? Yeah, he made the full house. It's a pity. We do take down this one though, and we are three-handed on all tables now. Which is way more up my alley. And so are kings. So I suspect we should still be down a buy-in, mostly due to a series of unfortunate decisions on my end. Can't deny that. And a €3 splash over here. Yeah, gonna call here. $3 in the middle. Are we good? Are we good? Jack 5. Nope. It's not a very exciting flop for us over there. It's actually Richie. Who would have guessed? Fair enough, Richie Rob. So, how are we doing? How much work do we have ahead of us? A little bit, actually. I think we might... What did we start the day with? I think we might be down almost 2 buy-ins. Sad face. But again, I have to take it on my... I have to take those to the chin. Self-inflicted for the most part. So with the new release, of course, a whole lot of bug fixes go along with it. We'll see. This one we need to fold to erase, that's fine. Yeah, we'll see if those take care of some problems we've been having. I.e. when opening up tables, those were pretty much the only problems, the only like proper crashes or anything we've had. And I think we'll quickly notice should those be a thing of the past, which I kind of expect them to be. This is probably a bit too weak. Let's check that one out. This one is fine, however, we were closing the action. Have 2 pair if nobody has a... Oh, you make the wheel. Oh, okay. So, King, Queen, Queen, Deuce. BB versus Button. It's fine. Actually, triple suited. Yeah, still a fine call. Oh. Here we're gonna go with the C-bet. See if that takes it down for us. Genuine calls. We flop a bottom set on a pretty nasty board for having bottom set on. Took it down with the C-bet on the king high board. That's not necessarily great news if the board pairs here, unless of course it's an 8, but... A lot of jack 10s out there. For that price we can't call. That's fine. Well, we're getting a bunch of drops here. Probably still good enough. We can also just check behind, because we're never getting a fold. Definitely c-betting. Thank you for the drop in there, Alter. See you soon. Took it down on table 2. You go feed the teenage girl mob. Really? Ah, fair enough, I guess. We've been on the receiving lucky end of rivers like this before ourselves. Can't begrudge him the same. More splashes, huh? Not much duty here, but to check folds. And ooh, damn it. 150 extra in the middle, does that make it a call? Not quite, but we can gamble it up a little bit. Hoping he doesn't come over the top, that would of course be quite nasty. So it's a rainbow board. Ugh. Oh, calling or coming over the top would indeed be quite the gamble here. Do we want to do that? We do it. All right. Well, that's certainly a turn we can fold on. Ooh, sucked out. But that's a hand that shouldn't have. Is that a squeeze? It's not like a major suck out. Yet the open ender on top. Certainly fun to see. Not how I would play the spot, how would I approach the spot usually at all. I just felt kind of gambly. I'll admit it. Top 2 here, 3 ways. 3 ways, huh? We can bet it, because he's gonna... The most active player at the table is having a sandwich, so he needs to be a little bit on the lookout when it comes to his calling here, due to the fact that he has somebody left to act behind. Alright. Got lucky and got some money back. I'll take it. I had a tough time to get away from an audiobook I was listening to start the stream. I'm listening to the fifth, I believe, fifth book of the Expand series. And it's a good one. Damn it. My phone, hang on. Sorry about that. Alright, and back. Well, 22 minutes till we get the splash. Well, none of these cards is helping one little bit. We still take it down, wow. So the news is out. I posted about the update on RunItOnce on 2+2 myself, and I hope they are spreading the news, like RunItOnce themselves, they're spreading the news far and wide, because my feeling was that well, from what I've read, their feedback on RunItOnce, on 2+2 and Reddit, is that a lot of people have been waiting for the resizable tables, and while for me they're more a curse than a blessing currently, I understand that's got to be a completely different situation for almost everyone else, i.e. everybody that is not streaming. So I have a good feeling about that. I think it's gonna add on to the player pool in the near future. And no mistake. I also have the sneaking suspicion, again, I have no inside info to that effect, but I think the happy hours are gonna continue, or maybe even here to stay, potentially. Well, I think / hope. Because of course for us they're amazing. Always plenty of tables to choose from and plenty of splashes. Okay. Nice. Just gonna check. Get aces on another table. Yeah, okay. The min raise. The dreaded min raise, huh? Never not fun seeing that. Never gets old. Hey! We can continue yesterday's tradition of flopping amazing with aces for a change. Let's hope. Let's hope that the runout is equally nice to us too, should the money go in here. Yeah, no, I'm back to aligning. That's what I meant when I said that for me it's more a curse than a blessing, this update, because I can't use the auto tile thingy here, because then it'll automatically resize the tables to fit all the available space, and on the 4K screen, that's quite a lot of space indeed, and it's not something I provisioned my streaming software for. Because if they, they won't fit into the slots that I capture the screen on. So I'm back to ordering and reordering tables by hand. Just vexing for me, because I like them to be nicely aligned, and I fight for millimeters. At least I used to. I think I'll take it easy in that regard, and just have it nag at me in the background of my, in my subconscious, that they're not perfectly aligned. We'll see. I sent an invoice to RunItOnce if it negatively impacts my win rate. I'm kidding, naturally. And I love that they updated it. It's gonna bring a lot of new players and the resizable tables, I'm sure. Also, through the grapevine, I've heard there seems to be continuing progress on the sit-and goals. And by the way, now that a few more players are here, if you guys want to check out AA, well, for one, a very nice Streamerina, that streams micro stake no limit cash games on RunItOnce. Check out the Queen of Diamonds. And of course, I am sure that Richie Rob doesn't need any introduction to any of you. But for completeness sake, check out his channel. Super entertaining chap, has a live cash game background and is foraying into the wonderful world of MTTs. Does so on a no delay stream where he streams no limit multi-table tournaments. And neither he nor his channel ever shut up. There's always an entertaining hour or more to be had on his channel. And when I say they don't shut up, I mean in the best and entertaining way, most entertaining way possible. Looks like fun guy number 1 left this table. Let's see if this guy now leaves it as well, then we would have confirmation that it was indeed the same guy. Yeah, I figured as much, to be honest. That's what I thought. Always switch you up. I just waited until a few more peoples were here. Peoples? Oh god, that's like the favorite false friend when it comes to learning English as a German. The peoples. Oh god. This never happened. Please don't tell anybody. This guy's sitting out. We're in the cutoff effectively. I think that sounds quite alright. You go play some football. Sounds good. Yeah, have fun, Richie Rob. Or just Richie, as we've learned. Eh. Outkicked those meddling kids. And they're better kickers. Really? So didn't bet is short. That's not a sizist comment. He just doesn't have that many chips behind. Still gonna check call a decent amount of the time. Splashy hours, they are not done. Raven, welcome back, Raven. And he had a 4, really? Oh, that blows. Oh, I like that hello emote too. No, the splashy hours are still... Wait, I think they are. Splashy hours should still be happening. Let me find out. Because right now the client, of course, displays that... When I'm checking the client, it displays that there's an update out. Yeah, off the bar. Right there with the, I think, completely accurate information. I will double check though. We'll be on Friday morning. Alright, so these are the last splashy hours. So we have 3 more promo periods coming up. So we are a little bit incentivized of playing until 5 o'clock this morning. Not quite sure I can commit to that, we'll have to see. Killpoke! Good to see you, mate! How's life treating you? Hope everything is on the up and up. You have all the pairs here. Mogrees in the channel as well! Good to see you, Mogrees. Still working, or are you doing some streaming today? So, well, we do have some showdown value, but I think we're better off trying to bluff this one. And of course, shout out to Mogrees, a mixed game magician. If you want to see the Razzes, the Pedazes, no, but the Razzes, the Badoojis, the PLOs. Check out Mogrees' channel. Very laid-back gentleman and plays a fierce mixed game poker. And that's also quite a fierce turn there for us. I suspect the nuts. Not quite potting it, maybe. However, coming over the top here seems like a given. We fill up, which is awesome. When it comes to awesome, this flop doesn't quite fit all these criterias, whatever. Alright, just checking behind here, sounds okay. Get a call, meaning we're good. And good we are. I didn't see him having the Queen 7. No, just a 7. 7-5, so he did have a full house. And now this gentleman bets. Alright. Hang on. Let's raise this one up. I don't raise there a lot, but it's basically cutoff versus button. Let's check this one out. Cutoff versus button, if this is indeed fine. €5 splash here, nothing to sneeze at by any means. Here we get to check behind. How about one of those sexy 3s? Also kind of interesting, giving us an open-ender at this point. Here we need to let this one go. Let's check this one out. So normally I just call here, which I think might be the superior approach. But might also be a little bit too tight. Let's check. Haven't checked this one out. You know what? It's good that I check it out. It's really close. Down to kings and 4s double suited. Gets indeed raise called. What do we do here? It's a huge pot. We have an open ender. We kind of want to see a river here. Yeah, here we definitely got the price. Even discounting outs that are in clubs. I don't regret having called there. So those kings and 3s, like say you're in the cutoff and the under the gun opens, you don't raise that one, I think. Let me double check so I'm not spouting any nonsense. And button versus cutoff spot, yeah, that's exactly correct. The button versus cutoff spot I rarely looked into, so that one I really didn't know. But that's exactly correct. So in early position raise, you don't, or open, you don't raise with that hand. If it's a late position, you certainly can. Watching to see if NutRaisin plays hands the way I expect. Do let me know if I don't. It would be valuable. It's gonna be valuable to me as well. With the 7, let's check it. Off the bar, you can actually resize tables individually. You can also say that the new size is gonna be the default size for all the tables you open from there on after. And the tiling option, what it does now, it worked before. What it does now is a little bit different. It tries to fill the available space on your screen basically with the amount of tables you have open. So if you have 4 tables open, it'll make 4 huge windows covering your screen, which, at least to me, isn't immensely helpful. So pair, backdoor, flush draw. I think a small bet up to a half pot we can maybe call. Can get straight draws or not the biggest concern. Yeah, okay. Be streaming in about 2 hours, Mogris. Oh, right on. Killpoke, thank you very much. That was awesome that you chose. Yeah, I was just about to call it a night, basically. Of course, you can't call it a night once you get a Jane Anders host. It was a double pity that right before the end of the stream, my internet connection crapped out again, and I couldn't pay the love forward. I was eager to do a bigger raid for someone. Mogris, I completely understand the feeling, and I actually mirror it even to this day, often enough. That I'm sometimes stunned by, like, what? I'm supposed to fold here, or what? I'm supposed to raise, call here, whatever. It is quite unexpected. Quite counterintuitive a lot of times. It certainly is possible. The PLO, there's a lot of money to be won in PLO. Even in the micros already. Probably in terms of BB more so in the micros than in higher limits. How much longer? 5 minutes until we start a splashing. To that effect, I will... To reset the table. Yeah, I think this one might be a smarter call to reset it. The other ones, nobody really is deep. We're not really deep, that's fine. This guy ain't short anymore. Wait, is that a different color than the normal black? No. Never mind. To do schoolwork, Raven, alright. Thanks for dropping in, and yeah, I hope the schoolwork is not going to be too annoying. Cheers. Close your eyes, open any for winning micro strategy. Might be for a while. Certainly sounds like a fun approach. Like the 100 challenge. 100% VPIP, 100% preflop raise for 100 hands or something. So they said they tweaked the seeding algorithm, and there might be a bug there. We'll see. Because this is how this table has been looking now for a few minutes. Well, I overstated for 1 minute. but still. How we doing? How we doing? We are still down better part of 2 buy-ins currently. Oh, there we go with a 3rd table. Wait, what? I'm confused. I have way more than 6 tables open now. There's a bug there. I'll let them know after the session. You can let Nick know right now. Aces, huh? For the... Actually, let's just check here. Let's go for the limb special one time at PLO 50. I posted because the Splashy hour started. Looks like it's not gonna work. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be honest, which is why I don't do it at PLO 50. But now we have a superbly disguised hand. But be told that PLO 10 does work to treat somebody in most splashes. Somebody always went off the rails, or more than one person, and raised after a limp and you. We made a pretty penny with aces that way. It's only in these spots where I would consider limping aces ever, or limping ever, period. Yeah, very weirdly hand played confirmed. Yeah, that's weird. I can, yeah. Can open more than 8 tables. More than 6 tables. Well, then I'll investigate, see if I can actually get seated at more than 6. Not gonna play on more than 6 for any period of time, but I just wanna be able to give a more detailed report. Get seated down here, hopefully. Now this is, sorry, down here, this is another strange thing that didn't happen before. I'll clip it and send it to support. That we got dealt a hand before the 3rd person officially sat down. There's something wonky going on there. And now it tells me I've reached the limit. Wow, this is so weird. Okay, now I can. It was just telling me that I reached the limit of tables I could play on. That's the guy from before. I'm actually still gonna call for that reason. Right, and we're probably not gonna be able to get away from this. Might actually... You know what? We're gonna play this one a little bit differently, which is solely based on this guy being who he is. That's too bad. I really thought he didn't have anything, but we're not gonna fold. We have the front and the back doors. We're not in a horrible spot. We make a straight. He makes a better straight. Oh, we already had a better straight. Okay. Now I feel stupid. I swear I had a reason. Well, get aces here. Hey, that's quite nice. Hope we get some money back here. Aces against aces. We can make... Would have made trips or a flush, but we split it up. Fair enough. Okay, now things got weird and I need to close the tables in a moment and reopen them or restart the client. Otherwise we're not going to be able to... Yeah, there's some money stuck in limbo. I'm sure a restart is going to fix it. Yeah, it's the same guy back from earlier. And that is a... Oh, that's a flop. I end up calling here. There's a smallish chance we can also bluff him off on the river. But I'm not counting on that. Now I feel stupid again. Oh well. I'll try to stupefy myself as soon as possible. De-stupefy? I have to look that one up. You know what? Now I know how... Now I think on the turn here, on table 2, when we turned the ace, we should have just come over the top. We were blocking the nut flush. This guy probably has a note or a color on us, so he knows, because we played with him earlier. So he knows we might be a bit loose. Tried a few fancy bluffs against him that didn't really work. So there's still a decent chance he might have called, but either folding or coming over the top I would have preferred. Waiting for river for full pot size doesn't really do much. I'm not getting the price to draw to the full house, so trying to generate fold equity by coming over the top, that might have been a viable approach. Yeah, my bad. As most of the spots we lost the money in, to be honest. Made some mistakes I wish I wouldn't have made. Close that one. Yeah, I'll restart the client after the next hand is... After the following hand, and yeah, then we get back to it. Bear with me for a moment. Go. Yeah. Now everything is as it should be. Okay, in the meantime, while we wait to get seated on more tables. So I think there's something off with this table, right? Nothing seems to happen here. We'll just let this one go. Ace King 7-4. So where does it leave us? All these shenanigans, self-inflicted wounds, leave us at one and a half. No, sorry, 3 binds down. Meh. And it looks like looks like other people have the same problem, that they seem to have a tough time joining tables, like the tables are not necessarily opening. Let's see. And I think the solution they suggest is to keep opening new tables. Close the table, open a new one. Yeah, and that works. Now we get seated at an additional one. Not quite nice here. That's cool, we get to play for it all. Chance we're just flipping. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No. So he had, wow, he had the queen high flush draw. This guy has a lot of fun as well. That's not the hand I would have expected to see. Guess he also had a gutter, but I don't think that's worth a lot. And again down here, the table started before the third person got seated, so something is off. And that might be a problem going forth today. Heads up, I don't think we're folding. Here, gonna go for the bet fold. Checks, we take it down on table 2. Right, so no heads up though. And that's a bit annoying that we're not able to join as many tables as we would like currently. It's beta and all the jazz, but still, it's a splashy hour. I'd love to sit on more tables. Bummer! You're playing on one table during the splashy hour. This is slightly annoying. Right, just showing it on screen for a clip for RunItOnce, that's what's happening here with the table starting. I suspect this is going to be fixed rather quickly, because being able to table start is kind of an essential deal for a poker site. Once more, this time four-handed. And one that starts heads up. Here we go to the left again. I'll stick around here for a moment, see if somebody else joins the table. Sorry for the typing, it's usually something I usually don't do on stream. A nice board, unfortunately. All we have is ace high. Sure. And there you go. Again, people are being shown as their seats are being reserved. They can't. Oh, nobody. Well, now somebody was able to join. Okay, and I got seated at a third table finally. Alright, so we're at least on 3 tables now. One of many! Hey, welcome back! Yeah, they are! There are enough, and I see in the Discord that other people are having the exact same problem. Something got messed up a little bit with the new update. It's telling me I reached the table limit. This is gonna be super annoying. Aces and nines is way less annoying. Wow, this, ooh. Hang on. Sorry, I'll... I'll try to put my thoughts into words here. Give me a moment. Now, the problem is that opening and closing these tables over and over, money gets stuck in limbo. It is still in my account, that's not the issue, but right now I only have 22, 25 euros available out of over 600, which means I cannot rebuy on any table. Can't even start new tables currently. And I'll let them know in Discord right away, because I think that's something they need to know. Which means that we're gonna have to relaunch the site in a moment, which means that we're gonna have we're gonna have to rejoin all the tables, which is just gonna be horrible. Yeah, they're on it. They're on it. So we do have a nice run out here. Yeah, that's exactly what it comes down to. We need to restart the client. So, pair, backdoor, really tiny bet sizing. Of course, we're gonna call. 2 pair and a nut flush draw now. Do we have any blockers? Not really. And fold at this point. 4, 5, 6, 7. Unfortunately, it doesn't make us a straight. Equally as annoying is the fact that we are down 4 mines currently, but be that as it may, it would be nice to be able to join tables. So what do we have here? We have a pair, we have a gutter, front and backdoor flush draw. We checks, I actually want to bet we don't hate life if we get raised, quite the opposite. In fact, in the cutoff, possible that this is a bit weak. Provided it gets folded around to a 7, 7, 10. I think it's alright, let's check it out. In MP, I'm certain this would be a fold. As played, I'm gonna call a raise. Especially from this guy. 7, 7, 8, 10, no? And I'm correct in being careful there. It does not get played. 7, 7, 10, 8. Also doesn't get played under the gun. In MP it is fine. Again, I think. But I do know it doesn't get played under the gun. That one I checked out. I'm also gonna call a raise here. And this guy is gonna be awesome to play against if we... And that's correct, and it can actually get either a raise called or raise folded. So that was fine. Not the most enjoyable flop. 7 gives us a straight, backdoor flush draw. Trip outs, I guess. And that is his re-raising range. This is not a re-raise in the small blind. So him we wanna 4-bet a little bit lighter as well. First of all, we have to restart the client once more. Yeah, sorry for the issues, guys. It's patch day, it's beta. I guess issues are bound to crop up. I am certain that these are gonna get fixed really quickly. But we're opening empty tables, and when we close, the money doesn't go back into the balance. Oof. Well, we got seated here. We got that going for us. Razam! Hey, welcome back to the channel, Razam. Certainly need some good luck today. Currently down 4 binds, mostly due to shenanigans. 1 or 2 due to it just being PLO. And also it's patch day and some things are askew. We do manage to sit at a 3rd table. Well, at least the tables I'm opening so far, I'm getting seated on all of them. Being seated on 3 again. Some progress. Alright, there was a lot of confusion in the last half hour. I'll try to squeeze out some decent poker. Yeah, sure. Completing, calling here. I think they will off the bar. This is a pretty major problem for a poker site, having a tough time opening tables, joining tables, not getting the money back in your available balance when you close a waiting table. I think they're gonna be scrambling to fix it. Might just be a server fix too. Hey, that's kind of nice. If I'm not mistaken, gives us the nuts with a redraw. Two better straights, make 2 pair here. Actually gonna call. Took it down with the straight. And we're good. Huh. 2 pair, gutter, and nut flush, you say. That would be the nuts for us. I'm not sure I can pull it off, Mogrease, but it's an excellent question. I didn't know that there was a thing. Actually, I tell a lie, I heard about it before, I think. I'm not sure I can pull it off. I could do a very bad caricature. I think that's close to how you pronounce it. Caricature? Yeah, I think so. So I'm not certain I shall. But I'll keep it in mind. Gee, am I gonna be there? Because I have a short fishing vacation coming up in September. Yeah, I'll be, yeah. It would be a normal streaming day for me, the 19th. Aw. Alright, so after a long waiting time, we did get seated at an additional table. There's no way of knowing if that's like related to a bug or it just took a while for a seat to open up. But it feels like the waiting times to actually get seated are longer than usual. Which means we now have 4 tables on the screen. The entire stream in pirate language. Maybe I do without the eye patch this year. Definitely not the wooden leg. Yeah, woodpeckers are a huge problem with the wooden legs. That's why I wouldn't do that either. And of course fiber rot. The age-old enemy of pirates everywhere. For posting, this is quite nice. I'll tune into yours, Marcus. I think I'll hold off on doing that my own. It would just sound... I couldn't pull it off well enough. Huh. Giving us the nut straight with a spade blocker so we're not folding. Not folding now either. But he bet. Dabby. More aces coming our way. Take it out on table 1. The ace, queen, queen 5. Alright, I feel I have some decent poker in me now. Leaving all the confusion behind. I'll do me best. Learn more. take a, I'll take a gander at that after the stream. Sounds fun. Right. You know what? This is. I was just talking about being able to play good poker. This is never an open under the gun. Not quite sure what I was doing there. We have a gutter unless he bets really small. Yeah, even for half pot. Not gonna call here. But calling the 3-bet I think is fine. Just shouldn't have been in this hand to begin with. Completely an autopilot there for a moment. Spaced out because I guess because I was typing on Discord. I hope that's the reason. Not because I'm having an off day, but it shall become apparent soon, one way or another. Aye, me hearties, I be off to run some errands. Ah! So we're getting a few splashes. This time we actually are having a hand to go with it as well. I think we'll go for the raise fold here. Not entirely certain, especially given the fact that we are not ideally double suited. So I'm gonna fold if he comes over the top. Let's check this out. This is indeed horrible or not. Under the gun. It is. So perfectly double suited. This actually is a call in the small blind. It's one of the few spots where you are quote unquote allowed to call. Not perfectly double suited. It is just a fold, however, and not even close. What the? That was a decent pot too. How? Hang on, we have to take a couple of notes there. Stabby. And definitely super call happy. Or just has an excellent read on the other guy. I'm gonna put a question mark behind for that to that effect that we don't know. But that was quite a weird river spot there that she was able to call with a pair. I think she had a pair of eights. Nope. Alright, I'm in the mood. Let's get some buy-ins back. Wanted some for sure. Calling here is perfectly fine. And interesting. I guess with the nut flush draw on top, Yeah, the reason why I stumbled here is I would lead this quite a lot now. And now I will. But I ultimately decided against it because I actually do have a decent amount of equity there as well, besides all the old equity. Take it down. I guess I have a bluff here sometimes. Maybe it's a check trying to induce. I guess I have some bluffs here sometimes. Namely, like, which ones? I guess pocket fives? Pocket threes? Blockers that didn't... Blockers with maybe some additional equity that didn't get anywhere? What? Snakebrite! Haven't you followed before? I'm confused. Welcome, thanks for the follow in any case. But I swear I saw your name before. Cheers for the follow. Is the... right, I know. Yeah, exactly. You completely threw me for a wobbler there. Snakebrite with the small house. Thanks. Grüß dich. Guten Abend. That was weird. Thanks for the good lucks. Not quite. They're playing another big one. We have the blue shirt back on table 1 from earlier. This guy is approaching pink shirt territory. Very, very wide 3-bet ranges. Unfortunately, it took us for a few binds where I think I made a bunch of mistakes. You got suspended from Twitch. What's the story behind that? Huh. Aces took it down pre, a rare treat. Probably for talking shit. Days is the max as well, Jesus. Well, sorry to hear, mate. Get it down. We raise fold. With this excellent connectivity, even that we're not suited, even not being suited to the ace, I think kind of want to go for the raise fold. So here I ended up going against what I initially set, raise folding against this guy, because he is just a bit too crazy for that. And we flop a decent wrap. here we flop a top pair. After this guy cold card. And letting it go, I think. The nuts, huh? Guys looked like he was super stabby in that one spot, so let's see if he wants to put more money in. They're gonna call if he bets. Right. What did he 3-bet with? Jack 9, 7, 8. Single suited, alright, yeah, that's... There's a decent chance he is the same guy as this guy, who is now coming over the top as well. And chips are gonna be flying. Really interested to see him showdown here. This one we need to let go. Tight aggro this time coming over the top. So, what's your name? Bill. 9765 offsuit? Yeah, okay. Yeah, he 3-bet the 9765 offsuit, so we're gonna 4-bet this guy a bit more aggressively now. Then we need to let it be. It's really unfortunate. Although we are a little bit deep, maybe it can be a cold call. 250 in the middle. Position on Bill. We are calling. Hoping he bets. If he does, we're gonna come over the top. We're getting all the flush draws out. Question what we do if he doesn't bet. We're still gonna go with the pot size. Any non-spade turn we can shove. Take it down. Not much here for us. Flop the set on the flush board, huh? Alright. That looks mighty fine. Giving us the quaddies. Only that 2 is straight flush. Down the road. Just calling on the off chance that Carter wants to stick around. And sometimes we might be lucky here, and she actually has queens or kings. Which was another reason why I just called. A reason to keep the other guy in there. And because I thought we might get value on the river. She starts betting once the board pairs there. It's unfortunate that the king rolled off. Sometimes I do have kings, and I hope she doesn't find a hero fold with queens. But on the other hand, it's more likely I have king jack. Which she would still beat with queens full. Nice. Queens. She was blocking the king. I don't know what took so long in that case. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's less straightforward than I thinking. Also, Shazam took one down, putting us only 3 binds in the hole. But at some point we might have to restart the client again, because the 2 additional tables I have open that were still waiting for seats here and here are not... we're not getting seated there. It's just closed one and opened another one, and the money is not being returned until I close the client. It's a small bug there. Annoying. Nothing world ending. We'll see. Right now I still have enough money available to be able to rebuy should we lose somewhere. Right, excellent question, one of many's. I'll show you next time we have a splash pot. It is because it was a splash pot, so they put extra money in the pot. And that one does, the extra money does not count to what the raise size is. It did in the past, but people complained, and I think rightfully so, because in no limit it's not a problem. In no limit you can go all in whenever you want. But in PLO, if these splashed amount has an effect on the amount you can pot for, it changes the game quite significantly. You can suddenly bet much larger than you would otherwise be able to. And so they changed that, and now you can only bet the money, bet the pot in regards to the money that people put in themselves and not the splash pots. Also had the side effect, the way they handled it before, where the extra money counted, had the side effect that in a huge splash, like 100 big blinds and up, you could just go all in pre-flop, which changes the game from pot limit to no limit PLO, basically, in those situations. I'll show you next post-flop spot we get. You can mouse over the amount and it's gonna show you the components that make up the pot, i.e. it's gonna show you the splashed amount. Gloryman! Hey! Welcome back, Glory! Oh, glory to the Gloryman. Good to see you, mate. So here I folded, which is right and proper. See if this guy is another crazy dude or not. In fact, he might not be. Oh, King Jack! Oh, yeah, I got quads, but he doesn't know that, Jammy. So, I mean, from his perspective, it's still more likely that I have King Jack than me having quads there. That's what I meant. So if Bill comes over the top, gonna get iffy. He might, and if he does, we might just gamble here and put it all in. No, he doesn't, alright. See, knowing what we know about this guy, I mean. So let's see if we take this one down. The paired board. There's some chance we do. And here we have 2 pair. We do take it down. And now you can see 831 is what all of us put in the pot, and 5 is what has been splashed, and so we should be able to raise to 831, which we're gonna do. I think might be a case of overbetting here. How did I... luck, Jammy. Luck. Pure luck. I have the exact same problem. I'm sure you've read my feedback in the feedback, or my post in the feedback thread. Lost. Lost is really an epic show. I couldn't get into Lost. One of the few shows that passed me by so far. One of the few, you know, pillars of pop culture. Recent pop culture. Also not a great card. Multiple ways to lose this one now. But he checks behind, which I'm very thankful for. But takes it down with the Queen 10. Yeah, I had the same problem before. And matter of fact, for the last, I don't know, 20 minutes, I have two tables here where I can't get seated at all. But at least I have 4 now. In the t-shirts anymore. Why? The contest ended? Okay, that was stupid. I will not take it back, though. I stand by my stupidity. Oh, sometimes this is all I stand for, too. I see the major part of the first session today. Well, of this session. Duh. Okay, I'll just not talk anymore. What?
Give me my new badges. NutRaisin, NutRaiSTP, NutRape, NutRaisin, NutRaiSTP, NutRape.
Damn new badges there. I think they're 1 month in the future. Thank you very much, Glory, for the sub. That certainly puts a large smile on my face. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much. Hey, that's kind of nice. Let's see what happens here. Aces take it down. Good for that guy. 5 euro splash, so we are gonna call here. We're gonna have position. Somebody raises, we're done. This lady let it go pre. Interesting. Does raise. So now if it goes, if everybody calls, well, we'll see. We'll take it. We'll see what happens first. Okay, never mind, then that solves that. We're not gonna go that crazy. Let's see. No! No, I'm kidding. 2 pairs on that board. Not all that exciting. Yeah. Right, so... repair the board. No, denied. Maybe just fold there. On table 4. Kings. 150 in the middle might make it worth our while. Ace is over here, coming up. So, top 2 in the blocker and the gutter ourselves. Take one off. And there's a flush draw as well. Here we're gonna raise. Get a cold call from Randy. Cause why not? And she bets really large. Two pair gutter and the flush draw. I'm not quite sure I'm able to lay this down. Might be completely stupid here. Probably have to call her down. Hoping we're up against blockers. No. Okay, so we know a little bit more about her 3-betting range. Unfortunately, that was an expansive way of getting that information. Yeah, super stabby dude. Did it again. Good thing we have that note on him. Gloryman went nuts! Confirmed! Yeah, cannot claim that I'm playing particularly well so far today. Certainly a bunch of really crazy players out there. Just taking mostly bad lines against them. Almost as good as the NutRaisin videos. Aww. Cheers, mate. He does have a good voice, yeah. And there's actually something... I can't talk about it just yet. But there's... I can't. There's something I can't talk about. And there shall not. But it'll be fun. You'll be excited about it. Okay, that was like the ultimate teaser then. But, so sorry about that. Phil Gelfand responded personally in the feedback thread where we stated all these problems, saying, oh, the team is all hands on deck now looking into it. He's saying he's speaking for all of them if he's saying that they're bummed that a few bugs managed to sneak through. Yeah. I'm sure they'll have a handle on it quickly. Where are we at? We should be around 4 buy-ins down. Yeah, actually a tad more than that. Hey, that's kind of nice. Top 2 and blockers. Yeah, normal ResM says. Okay, that helps. Cheers for saying that. You know, if you take a bunch of wrong decisions, you start to maybe doubt yourself a little more than you should. Or than you would otherwise. Not sure about the should part. So I truly appreciate that. Don't appreciate that river. I'm gonna have to check or fold. But we are good. Yeah, right. That was a bunch of outs. Also, welcome back, der Alte. I take the feeding frenzy went alright. Everyone is fed and happy. Not fat. Fed. Yeah, maybe too. I'll take it still, man. I'll still take it. Yeah, now we're reaching the point if we lose another, if we need to reload on another table, we need to restart the client. Bad seeds! Playing is immensely tilting. Yeah, I had the problem a little bit earlier too. Not because of tilt, just because of confusion. I think it played a small factor. I'm not gonna claim it was the main reason. It's the main reason why I'm down. The main reason why I'm down is me, is myself. Welcome back, Bad Seed. And there are a bunch of good fun players. This Bill character here is awesome, and this Randy character is awesome as well. Case in point, they're playing another big one. We blocking anything? Not much. Take this one down. Pair from the board over pair flush draw. Sounds good. Taking it down. Yeah, coming in for 3-bet again. We know his 3-betting range by now, but can't quite call with that one. Yeah, Bad Seed, first of all, congrats on being up, and huge congrats on, and I'm not being sarcastic at all, on quitting when you're tilted. That is something, if more players would be able to do it, poker would be A, less profitable, and B, it would be great for those players. Gloryman, I can neither confirm nor deny. I could have just checked here. My bad. I should have just checked there, I think. My lips are uncharacteristically sealed. Making us a straight. That's quite fun. Maybe. Certainly opened up my range a bit by raising here and thinking more about it. It's not the right table to do it on because this guy is so very 3-bet happy as well. So while I do want to play more hands against him than I usually would play, this one shouldn't make the cut. That being said, we're not gonna fold the turn. I'm certainly gonna fold the river, not gonna bluff here. Really hit and miss with traffic recently. For PLO 50, especially during the splashy hours, it has been amazing. In between, well, I haven't played much in between. But you're definitely right at being a little bit tilting, not being able to sit on as many tables that we would like. And We'll see what we do about it. Time for some badminton. Ooh! For you or them? Man, you're being busy. You start to make me feel bad. All I do is sit in front of the PC all day. You go to the theater, you play badminton. But happy for you. Yeah. You bet into too many people, even though this guy is super stabby. Button clicker for life. Aces on another table. That's quite nice. Raise up these aces. Which catch a pretty nasty flop for aces. Just gonna check. King rolling off. We're gonna check here against the super stabby dude. Maybe he wants to stab the river. I doubt it, but maybe. Here, let's see if we can take it down. Also doubt it, but maybe. Ah, we can. More aces on table 4. And against Bill, pink shirt Bill, we take this one down. No surprise that we don't get called. Against pink shirt Bill, we have kind of a decision if he bets. We want to go for the check raise here. It's thin. Usually I wouldn't consider it. Aces on the other table took it down. Flush blocker. Against the guy it might work against. That'd be the nuts for us. Well, not the nuts, but seeing that we have 2 jacks. I'm starting to like that hand. We do make 2 pair here. We have some short on value, block other 2 pair. And we're good. Ace in 2 pair, we're not the nuts in PLO. Yeah. That puts you already ahead of the curve. That realization. Gonna bet fold, I think. Just don't wanna. I prefer that to check calling. And now we're gonna check fold a lot. Cute bet sizing. Still gonna let it go. Right, so pretty deep here against Randy. Not as deep as before. He's only sitting on $80 now. Not gonna go with the blocker play against him. However, there is a small chance I call him. The stabby dude. He has it this time, he has it, and that's all right and proper. Just we've seen him do that with napkins. So no real regrets there. Yep, gonna be very interested in playing in position here against him. Agreed, Gloryman. Preflop ranges are huge. Very metal voice confirmed. Ooh. Hey, that's nice. Oh, by the way, now that you're talking about internet, oh, hang on. Actually, where's the? It's not showing me that anymore. Are you serious? Yeah, I guess it shows here. Never mind. Just an internal thing I needed to solve. Speaking about internet, so I tracked down the problems with my connection successfully, and the answer is it is horribly complicated, and it's not going to be able to. Well, it's horribly tedious, and it's probably not going to be able to be fixed. And the solution is going to be that I'm changing ISPs in the next 3 to 4 weeks. It will take a moment, but that's what's going to happen. And then these problems hopefully are going to be of the past. Basically, in cable, I have cable internet, via TV cable, and there's an electrical appliance, right? The technicians and we are reasonably certain that that's the answer. There's an electrical appliance somewhere in the neighborhood that shuts on or turns on at random times or certain times of the day. And when it does something to the electric grid, which kind of bleeds into the cable, the internet cable. Cable internet, I should say. And I know it sounds wild, but I've been assured by people who understand this that this might actually be true, and probably is in our case. And it's going to be almost impossible to figure out who is responsible, what appliance, and get them to fix it. And it's just a can of worms. And now I need to wait for an answer from my current ISP, which is going to take 4 or 5 days, and then we're going to get a business connection, business DSL connection. With the static IP and all that jazz, and this one shouldn't. DSL doesn't suffer from, that problem. It only bleeds into cable, the cable connection, that issue, not into phone lines. So, 3 to 4 weeks, I'll have a new connection, and I'll just say goodbye to der Alte. Have fun with badminton, der Alte. Right, so long story short, the problems are going to be off the past pretty soon. Until then, we'll have to suffer through them a little bit. And also the upside is the new connection, with it being a business contract, I'll have much better support if something happens. Then I don't have to go through normal hotlines, which, if you ever dealt with a normal hotline these days, is a pain in the behind and no mistake. Actually, that's something in real life that gets me tilted a lot. Just calling any hotline where you have to press 1 and whatever, and just thinking about it gets me going. Three-bet for Wild Bill here. 3-bet happy Wild Bill. It's raised in turn. Hmm. I think we're going with this one. 9 is also kind of helpful. We have the top set blocked, we have an overpair, we have the flush draw. If he comes over the top, we're going in. I think that's fine. That one down. I think this is the table to watch on the whole. Where the most insane action is gonna happen. Yeah, just for the better support. I think the price is actually almost the same. If not, it's like a 3, 4, 5 euros more a month, so that's pretty much a wash. And also that way I have static IP, they... better support and... no, yeah. Better guaranteed uptime, all that jazz. And it's gonna be a nice connection too. Right now we have a 200 megabit connection. It's gonna be 250, 40 megabit upstream, which is the most important thing for me, of course. Calling here is completely fine. Instead of raising. With aces like these. Maybe suited to the ace, sure, I would probably still raise. If he comes over the top, I'm going in. No spade. That'll work too. Just taking it down there. Slowly chipping up. I think last 20 minutes saw me play way more reasonable than the 2 hours before that. 38 minutes of the Splashy hour happening. 38 minutes more, I mean. And then I'll go on my dinner break. And I'll likely be back for midnight, even for the midnight stream, even with all the problems. Be back at like 11. Before that, more than half an hour more of play left, however. Even though it's sadly only on 4 tables. Which is a huge bummer. Randy involved once more. He might be the same guy as Pink Shirt Bill on table 1. Yeah, I mean, Gloryman, you can might as well look into it. It's I don't know the pricing structure in the UK, but I expect it's similar to Germany, and it's possible that the business connection is not going to cost you like best case scenario. It's going to cost you the same. I think with my current carrier, with my current ISP. Damn it, that shouldn't have been raised. Duh. With my current ISP, it would actually cost the same. I believe. Okay, that'll work. Quaddies for us, huh? To try to get some money in here. Race would be amazing if she turned jacks. And in that hope that she did, we're gonna try to build a pot here really deep. Gonna tank for quite a while here, so I'll show you something else. Gonna be able to play this one. Jacks. I'm willing you to have jacks. Oh, okay. We would have been golden. But she obviously didn't have them, otherwise she wouldn't have been able to snap fold, or fold at all. I wouldn't have been able to. Not a nice set for us. Oh yeah, top one. We flop the top pair and the open ender. Backdoor nut flush. Just gonna check here now. Half pot we can certainly call. And just gonna check. Probably the best way of getting some money in, but he folds, and here we're still gonna check. He didn't fold, of course, he just checked behind. He had good clubs. He didn't have any clubs. So the check actually was alright. And that's pretty bad. 3 ways. The call is pretty easy peasy against this guy, who again is super stabby. Way too stabby. We still good? Oh yeah, there you go. We split it up. I'll take it. Heads up, Master! Hey, welcome back. And Eselsdorf-Jung also here. Good to see you guys. You both. Nah. Sometimes it wins us the pot. The Kippery coaching starting for you next week. Nice! I would love to hear some feedback afterwards. How you liked it. Just curious. I'm sure he does a good job. I'm not, you know, assuming anything else. I'm just super curious to hear about it. I mean, he's a veteran when it comes to coaching. Maybe not. Here we have the nut flush blocker. Even 4 ways against these peeps, it might be fun to do something about it, should we get a chance to. Blocking straights now. You know what? If they all check, we're gonna go for it. In that case, we just let it go. So we're chipping up, back up a little bit, down less than 4 binds now. And again, unfortunately, most of them self-inflicted today. Ah, see, Gloriman having the exact same question. Razam saying push. I think it's with the jacks, with the full house. I think you're right. I should have. Oh, you know, you mean with the quads, I assume. Quad fours. I don't know. I don't know how long that hand has been. How long ago that hand has been. It just ran past you. I hate it that I have to move the tables around manually again. But not for long. I'm sure they're gonna implement... I have made some suggestions how to make some changes there with the tiling function that they changed with this patch. And sooner or later they will be implemented, I'm sure. $10 of coaching for $80 is awesome value, yeah. And as I said, Kippery is a veteran and no mistake. I'm sure he has that down quite excellently, and it's gonna be super valuable. Nope. More nopes here. Yeah. No, still not. Still not in existence. And I have... Nah. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Aces, eh? I like it. Whoa! Starting to like it even more. Sorry, didn't mean to switch away. No, that's gonna be a bit nasty because he's more likely to cold call with those two players are very deep against each other. And if he cold calls, no, he's gonna cold call. Oh, okay, that's great. Taking it down right now would be huge too. More than $10 in profit. Fifth of a buy-in. Taking it down confirmed. They are playing a big one. Aces against the flush draw. King high flush draw gets there. Crazy dude, this time we cannot call. This is over to this, would be pushing it. One bucket in the middle of the single raise we are gonna call. Or just take down the rakeback. That's unexpected with Bill at the table. Must have had quad deuces. Get it! Click the button! Yeah, turns out I can. Phew! That was not embarrassing at all. Go for one shot. See if we can take it down. And bet rather large here too. Because why not? Nicer hand down here. I think this one is good enough for a squeeze fold here. We'll check up on it. No matter what the matrix tells me, I'm going to fold, and I think that part is right and proper. Here's about the squeezing part. No heart's the problem, otherwise it's not a bad board. Do I have a go rub and tuck? No! And also my winnings are unfortunately not so substantial after some nasty sessions. No, I'm also single. You know, surprise, I live with my parents, I'm 40, I have a cat, I play poker for a living. Yet the girls are not flocking to me. I don't know what gives. It's a mystery to me. The nuts with the redraw to full house. No, and if I tell you how long ago my last girlfriend was, which I'm not gonna, you wouldn't believe me. Took down a nice pot there, by the way. Was basically a buy-in. A little less. Nah, but I don't think I would have it in me to pay for anything of that nature. Never say never, but meh. But let's veer away from that, or steer away from that area of discussion. Just gotta... I'm easily embarrassed. Right, up here we could go for a bluff, but I ultimately probably wouldn't. He calls against the nuts. Down here we have a straight run. Here we have a pretty sweet hand. One of the nicer ones we've seen in a while. Queen Jack 10-8. Make a pair down here. Never gonna be shy about calling a, what is it, 4-bet at this point? Yeah. How much longer? 25 minutes still. Cool. Ended up calling here, and oh joy, make the nuts. Do have some bluffs here, so I don't mind it, which I would pot it with as well, so I don't mind doing that now. Let you know how that works out. Don't get called. So the reason why I'm going with this is, damn it. Well, maybe potentially damn it, is that I wouldn't necessarily like to play this one super multi-way, which is what's gonna happen now. So we're gonna play a big one. One flush is dead. A good start. I think that's us. No. Oh, the sevens. Damn it, kings and sevens. Too bad. Too bad. That was a big one to lose. Not the standard approach to come over the top, just calling is the thing. But then on the flop, I still would have had to go all in. So other flops, I could have saved the rest of my money. Not angry about that one. That's just the way it is. That really suits NutRaisin. It does. Well, with age comes experience, handsome master. So there's that. I mean, I'm not shy about saying any of these things, living with my parents, just the way it is, and I don't mind at all. I could live on my own, sure. I like my parents. I asked them on the regular if they maybe imagine their retirement different than having their youngest son living with them, and they can't. So far, they keep saying no. So. No, it's true. And also I had a rough patch for a couple of years, battling with depression in the past, like proper depression, not just, you know, feeling blue for a day. Not the worst case of it either, but certainly not beneficial to my quality of life. And that was a period where, you know, a girlfriend really doesn't fit into the into it. So that's also a reason why that number would be shocking. But although those bad years are quite a thing of the past now, so all is well. I've been saying that in the past myself, Heads Up Master, that you end up paying one way or another, but usually in a, well, not usually, always in a mostly joking manner. There's some truth to that, but it's still quite a difference. There you go. Want to see another deck? This one's kind of ugly. It is, but it's the one that is the most clear cut. I can show you other decks. Hang on. They have a bunch of them actually. Probably only shows up when the next deal comes. Could also go with this one. But this one is the most clear. It's a bit too bright. Yeah, that's also a thing. So we could go with this one, this 4-color deck one. I think with this one, the green is it's just the green that is kind of strange. What else do we have? Well, we also have the 4-color classic additional. Yeah, especially later at night, the brightness is an issue. For sure. I love that everything I use on stream has a night mode.